Welcome back to Roses for Adventure. My name is Sonia, and today I'm going to share with you some big mistakes that first-time cruisers make and even some seasoned cruisers make. So let me help you have a great first day on your cruise that will set you up for a great rest of your cruise. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe with the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we come out with a new cruise travel adventure video. And hit that thumbs up button and like this video if you find this video helpful in any way or like this information that we're sharing with you. Let me know down in the comments if you have any helpful tips that can help other cruisers so that we can all help one another have a great vacation. Alright, so you have just booked your cruise and now you're wondering, what in the world do I do to get prepared? What should I be doing? What can I do ahead of time so that I am ready when my cruise day comes? My first tip is to download the app that goes with your cruise line. So for this instance, I'm going to speak on Royal Caribbean because that's our next one that we have coming up. You want to download their app ahead of time. The app is super user-friendly and it will have all of your information about the ship on here. So specifically for our next cruise, we are going on the Harmony of the Seas, and on the app it has the layout of the ship. So you can click on the cruise ship and view the deck maps, and you can familiarize yourself with all of the things inside of the cruise ship so that you know exactly where everything is and kind of pre-plan things out. This is really helpful for your first cruise, or if you've never cruised on this specific line, or if this is your first time on board this specific class ship. So there are many decks, many things to explore. This way you can know where you're going and what to look for. You can even click in and see the menus for some of the restaurants. You can see the daily planner, which used to be called the Cruise Compass on Royal Caribbean ships. You no longer receive a paper copy in your room unless you request it specifically from your room steward. So having it here on your phone is a great, easy way to have it accessible. On the app is also where you will do your online check-in. So being prepared ahead of time, you can upload all of your travel documents. You also take a photo of yourself, just a headshot, so that every time you scan in and out of the ship, they have a photo of you that they can reference with your SeaPass card as you're going in and on and off of the ship. So it's cruise day. You're on board. What do you do next? You've gotten all the way through embarkation day. If you have any questions about embarkation day, check out our video that I will link up above and down below in the description for you to check out what to do on embarkation or boarding day, how to get prepared for all of those things. So check out that video after this one. But you've made it onto the cruise ship now. What do you do first? Well, ahead of time you should have logged into your app and done your muster drill video. There are some step-by-step guides of all the things that you need to know. In case the event of an emergency, you need to be prepared. So, ahead of time, you can watch the video on the app. They used to do muster drills where everyone had to go to their muster station at that exact same time, and they would go over the loudspeaker and tell you all these things. Now, they just have you report to your muster station on the Harmony of the Seas and other Royal Caribbean ships so that it's a little bit more of an efficient process. You can report to your muster station at any point throughout the day, but they need it done before you are able to set sail. Every passenger must check into their muster station. So this is what we do very first when we get on board. Get it out of the way. That way you don't even need to think about it for the rest of your vacation. Just do it as soon as you get on board. Find that muster station, report there. They will scan your SeaPass card, which will be on your cell phone on the app as well. So again, download the app. I cannot say it enough. Make sure you have it. It will make your life so much easier. So you'll report to your muster station. They will go over some quick safety information. If you have kids with you, they will make sure that the kids have a wristband, which will actually be in your stateroom once it's ready for you. But they will go over all that information with you and with your kids so that your kids are prepared. The second thing that we do once we get on board is book your reservations. So if you are planning on going to a specialty dining restaurant, if you've gotten the dining package, or you just want to go for, say, a birthday dinner or a special night out, and you want to book those reservations, you need to do it quickly because those spots do fill up. So if you have a specific time that you like to eat dinner, 6:30, 7 o'clock, and you want to make sure you have those times and not get stuck with super late dining or super early dining and you want to make the most out of your day, make sure to go to those specialty restaurants. You just need to pick one. So if you're going to all the specialty restaurants on board, any of those restaurants can make those reservations for you. So typically we'll find whichever one has no line or the shortest line, Chops, Giovanni's, Azumi, any of those. There will be a staff person there ready to take your reservations and help you book those. Similarly, if you are going to the main dining room and using My Time dining, you will want to go and make those reservations quickly. Those times do fill up. It is called My Time, but you do need a reservation ahead of time or you'll be waiting in a very long line in order to get your seating time if you just walk up when you're ready to eat. So be prepared, make those reservations, be ready. Now on some specific sailings, they do want you to also book your shows once you get on board. Some sailings you book those online ahead of time, which you can do days in advance, months in advance. Again, those slots all fill up, so be aware when you book your cruise when you're going to get the notification to book your shows, and do that quickly because they do fill up. And you want to be able to stagger them so you don't have 4 shows in a day or you have to rush from one show to the next. That way you can space them out and have one each night or maybe even 2, but at least you're not missing out on some of those amazing production shows that they have on board. Next, if you have kids with you, head up to Adventure Ocean or to the kids club and get your child registered with the staff there. That way, when you're ready to utilize Adventure Ocean, you may just come and go as you please. You can also get calendars of the events that are going on in Adventure Ocean so that you can make sure to have the most fun with your kids. They do have family activities, or you can just drop your kids off and they have a movie night. They will take them to dinner, all kinds of fun things. So again, utilize those resources that are there and make the most out of your vacation. Don't forget to stop on your way through for a photo op. You see way too many people skipping past this photo op. Yes, it might be a little bit cheesy. It's you standing in front of the cruise ship, but it's not you standing in front of the cruise ship. It's behind a giant poster board. But it is totally free for you to just have your picture taken, and then you can go to the photo area on board the ship and look through all of the fun photos that they've taken of you throughout your cruise vacation. There will be more opportunities for you to have your photo taken at the ports of call, on formal nights, or any of the other dressy theme nights. They will have them stationed throughout the ship that they will take pictures throughout the day if you're at the pool deck or doing one of the activities on board. So you can get your photo taken and choose to purchase as many or as few as you want. This is a fun thing, especially for first-time cruisers, to have that souvenir and professionally taken photograph of you. Once you're on board, you will also want to sign into the ship's Wi-Fi. Now, cruise lines do have a Wi-Fi package that you can purchase to be able to access the internet fully when you're on board. The ship's Wi-Fi, though, connects you to their app and to their messaging system. So Royal Caribbean has a messaging system within the ship that anybody else that's connected to the ship's Wi-Fi, you can message back and forth with them. That way you can let somebody know when you're at the pool, which restaurant, or where you're grabbing a drink, or those types of things. So connect to the ship's Wi-Fi. This will also keep you up to date with your daily planner or cruise compass so that you can know what's going on the ship and when. One thing that we love to do when we get on board after all of those things is explore the ship a little. If this is your first time on board, or it's been a while since you've been on board this specific ship, it's great to just walk around and familiarize yourself with all of the things that the ship has to offer. So on Harmony of the Seas, they have a carousel, a zip line, aqua theater, rock climbing wall, the flow riders, mini golf, a sports deck, ping pong tables, all of the many restaurants and places that you can eat. This is a great time to plan out all of the activities that you want to do while you're on board. You can walk around and familiarize yourself with the ship and where things are located and see all of the many things that the ship has to offer. Also, similarly, you can watch a ton of YouTube videos about what to do on board. If you're wondering what in the world there is to do on a sea day, I have a video for you, so check that one out also. It's what to do on a sea day on the Harmony of the Seas. It has so much to offer. Ice skating, rock climbing, all of the things, all of the shows, the trivia, bingo, you name it. So this is a great time to look at your daily planner. You can look at the entire week ahead of you that you have on board the ship and plot out which activities really seem interesting to you and that you don't want to miss out on. Now, you don't want to try and cram all of this into one day. You don't need to exhaust yourself trying to do everything all at once. Remember to relax, to find yourself a comfy pool chair, and just try to plan out what you really want to get out of your cruise. You might be thinking, well, I'm on board. I want to get rid of my backpack, my luggage if I carried any on. This is where I recommend not to bring on too much with you and carry too much on your back with you. You'll want to leave your larger suitcases, your larger carry-ons with the porter at the cruise port on embarkation day. You'll just carry on a backpack with your essentials because cruise rooms are not available until 1 or 1:30 or even after that, depending on how long it takes the room stewards and the staff to turn the ship over from the last sailing as people had just gotten off the boat earlier that morning. So once the captain comes on and says that your cruise rooms are ready, they will open the doors. They do have specific fire doors or flood doors that are open and close in between sailings so that they can have an undisturbed time to make sure these rooms are turned over properly. So once those doors are open, the captain will come on and let you know that your cruise rooms are ready. So your cruise room is ready. What do you do first to make sure your cruise room is set up for you for the rest of the vacation? Before you put anything down, before you put anything away or get anything out, take a picture of your room or a video of your room. This is when it's going to be at its absolute cleanest. None of your things around cluttering the desk area, the bed area, the nightstands, the bathroom. So take a quick snap of your cruise room. Even if you're not a blogger, a vlogger, or anywhere that you're going to post this, it's just nice to have a picture of your room that is clean and that you can show other people to maybe share with your family and friends once you get off board. The next thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your bed is in the correct configuration. Now this might seem like a strange thing if you've never cruised before, but cruise rooms can come in different configurations. They usually have one king bed that is actually 2 twin beds squished together. So if you're someone that is sailing just with a friend and you don't want to share that king bed, you want the beds separated, that is something that you can request from your room steward if you notice that it is the opposite way than what you would like it. Similarly, if you walk in and it is 2 twin beds and you would like the bed squished together to make a king bed for you and your spouse, make sure to let your room steward know as soon as they come in and introduce themselves. Also, check if you enjoy the firmness of the mattresses. They do have mattress toppers that you can request if you would like a little bit more cushion. Also, check your pillows. If your pillow seems like something that's going to be super uncomfortable, maybe it's like a flat pancake and you don't like it like that, you can request new ones from your room steward and they will go exchange them and try to get you one that you feel will be more comfortable so that you can sleep at night. Other things that you can request from your room steward, they will come and introduce themselves, like I said, as soon as you are unpacking, and they'll come knock on your door and just kind of poke their head in and say hi and introduce themselves. You can also request an ice bucket that's filled daily with fresh ice. You can request that daily cruise planner, a paper copy, and they will deliver that to your room each night for you. And then things like that mattress topper, different pillows, extra hangers in case you need extra hangers for all of your items. So check in the closet and see if you have enough hangers for all of your items. And you can request things like fans or extension cords if you have a CPAP machine. Plug space is super limited. I've mentioned this 1,000 times, but plug space is super limited. There's not always a plug next to the bed, so if you have a CPAP machine, you will want an extension cord. Don't try to bring your own on though, because they will confiscate it. It has to be one that the cruise line specifically uses that's not surge protected and deemed not a fire hazard. So you can request that from your cruise steward on embarkation day. Finally, it's time to unpack what little you do have on your back, but things like valuables, passports, wallets, all those things should be going in your safe in your room. This safe is typically one that is a 4-digit code that you can set yourself. Now don't be too worried if you do forget it. They typically have a safety mechanism in them that the head of security can come and unlock the safe if you do forget your code or something got typed in incorrectly or what have you. So don't get too worried about putting your things in the safe because worst case scenario, they can open it for you. So stuff in things like your wallet, your passport, any tickets you might have for excursions, things that you do not want to get lost. We'll typically put in our tablets if you brought a laptop on board, any valuables or jewelry or anything that you don't want to get lost. Now your larger suitcases will come later. Anything that you left with the porter when you got through the cruise terminal will come later on. They're loading those all onto gigantic pallets and forklifted onto the cruise ship. They will get organized by section and floor and then delivered to your room later on in the day, so you can check back throughout the day and see if your suitcase has been delivered. Once your suitcase is delivered, my recommendation is to not live out of your suitcase. Definitely unpack everything. This will also help with wrinkling and creasing of your items because you're not allowed to bring on an iron or a clothing steamer. Those are fire hazards again, so they will get confiscated when you try to get on board. So don't bring them, but you'll want to hang your items up as soon as you can so that they do not wrinkle or crease too badly. The space in your cruise room is so limited. It is so much easier to hang up your things in the closet, to put your items away, and then your suitcase conveniently fits underneath the bed. So then you don't have to have the suitcase out all cruise long, taking up space in your cruise room. Now lastly, something you'll want to check is the mini fridge. Sometimes on cruise ships they will place items in there like sparkling waters or sodas or things like that that are an additional charge. So you'll want to pay attention to that and make sure you're not utilizing those items. They're not there because they're free. They'll probably be charged to you. If you would like to utilize the fullness of the refrigerator and not have those items in there, you can request your room steward to take them away. That way you can fit all of your things that you would like, bottles of water, your water bottle, any wine that you've brought on board, if you brought soda on board, those types of things. So the room steward will take that away. That way you don't get charged for those items if you remove them. Alright, seasoned cruisers, I want to hear from you. Have you cruised before? If so, what is your #1 tip that you feel like every cruiser should know on their first day on board? I will also link up above our Amazon Cruise Essentials, all of the things that we love to bring on cruises that help us just have such a more relaxing and convenient vacation. And if you're wondering what I pack and how in the world I can possibly pack for a 7-day vacation in just a carry-on and a backpack, I will link that video up above as well. I've listed here a few of the items that are absolutely banned from cruise ships: extension cords, steamers, and irons, but there is a whole list of things that you should not be bringing on board your cruise ship and will get confiscated and get you possibly in trouble or even arrested. So check out the things that are banned from cruise ships, linked up above. Please remember to subscribe with the notification bell so that you can stay up to date on all of our awesome cruise, travel, and adventure videos, and like this video if you found it helpful in any way. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any cruise tips that you would like to share with other cruisers. We really do appreciate all that you do to support this channel. We'll see you on our next adventure.